You will never erase a bio parent from a child, no matter how much you keep them away. The more you try to erase that, whether the child has the ability or the strength to articulate that to you or not, you are killing a piece of them inside that will come out one day. It will resurface. There's no better person to guide a child than a parent who has turned their life around, than a parent who has made the mistakes, has gone through the struggle, because we're going to be candid. We are going to have a patient that is patience beyond understanding because we've been there. And we are going to love that child in and out, but also giving them a very real picture of what life can look like when you're making unhealthy choices. I think children benefit in their self-esteem and knowing where they come from, and also with abandonment issues. I think that it is beneficial for children to see their parents go from places, lowly places, to continuing to work hard to get themselves in a position where they are safe, where they are stable, and where they can be a continuous positive part of the child's life. It reinforces that the child was worth fighting for and that the child's value is of something. It's important for them to see the bio parent and the caregiver to get along so that they can understand conflict resolution, and so that don't feel like they're in a position to have to choose, and so that a real healthy love can be modeled in front of them.
After the situation with my girl's foster mother happened, my sister took them in and she had them for like 6 months. And it was more so I got to see my girls more often than I got to see my sons. So technically I met one of their foster parents, but that was my sister. So, but their other ones, like the strangers, no, they said it was to protect their identity because they labeled me angry. I wound up buying all of them cell phones because my baby was like, I don't feel safe. So I got them all cell phones. I was like, you guys can't communicate with me like that, but you guys can text me. They're like, I want to talk to you every day, and this lady won't let us call you. And I was like, I get that. So I asked, and they approved. And that was kind of keeping our family together. Like, we would all have like group video chats, even though we can only see each other, like be in each other's prison once a week. We all video chatted every day.
It was important for us because we were still building a connection with our baby. And I know that he could tell who it was by, his eyes. He's still like 4 or 5 months.
For us to stay connected, have that connection with our child, just so that we know that he was being taken care of, it was comforting. It took a weight off of our shoulders. We had no worries. We didn't worry about anything bad happening. We knew that he was in really good hands.
When it comes down to my children, I do want the best for my children. And so I am willing to put my differences aside to be able to work with her if she's wanting to work with me. We need to come up with at least a kind of co-parenting deal where she lets the children know I'm mom and respect that I gave birth to them and I've been fighting like a tooth and nail all this time. But to enforce that so my kids aren't confused about who mommy is.
No matter what that caregiver feels about that child or that child's parent, that child loves that parent, and it is impactful. And when you go years without letting them cultivate that relationship, without letting that bond be nurtured in some way, shape, or form, it inadvertently hurts the child. The child grows up with self-esteem issues. The child grows up not feeling valued. They have a lot of trauma that they experience outside of the separation from the family, outside of the separation from the parent. And those things show up in their choices that they make, in relationships that they choose to be in friendships, in motivation for careers, and it impacts their entire life. It's important for caregivers to care for the child enough to care about the parent. If you can't care for the parent, you shouldn't have the child.